Hello students, we are going to talk about ninth ICSE board chemistry. The first chapter that I'm going to deliver is chapter 1 language of chemistry that we are going to discuss. So I hope you are going to enjoy with me this session. Okay, so this session, this chapter is going to divide into the fourth part. Okay, we will discuss later on what is that exactly. In each chapter, we're going to talk about the what are the objective and what are the outcomes. Okay, so it divided into the fourth part. Okay, so let's begin with it. So it is a chapter of ninth ICC board, that is language of chemistry. So the language of chemistry, this is part 1. We're going to talk about the introduction of chemistry and the symbols. So in this chapter, what you're going to talk about is this. These are the objective of this chapter. We're going to talk about meaning of the language of chemistry, importance of the language of chemistry, symbols used in chemistry and common terms and their meaning. So these are the objective of this first session. We're going to talk about this fourth objectives and what are the learning outcomes after this chapter. We're going to understand of a chemical reaction. Student can write a chemical reaction and interpret it. So these are the learning outcome after this chapter. So now let's discuss what is the importance of having a language and name. Now student, tell me, you need a language for what? You need a name of some object for what? Right. So before, our chapter name is what? Language of chemistry. So what is the question arises in mind? Why we need a language and name? Obviously, the development of language, that every language has some symbols which are the basis of for the language. So every language has some symbols which are used in that language, and that is the basic of that language. English language have a 26 alphabets, correct? Hindi language have 46 alphabets. Need of language in chemistry. In chemistry, we need to represent a lot of chemical equation. Writing the complete name of the chemical, everything is too exhausting and less informative, correct? See, suppose I'm in chemistry, if you want to write something, for example, iron is oxygen, it may be able to interpret. For example, if you use symbols, it will be better. For instance, we know that we have symbols for the signals, correct? Nobody is right over there, but we know the symbols and we can interpret it very easily, isn't it? So the what is the importance of this? This is the importance of that. Okay, so this is the point of view. This oxygen is water form actually. So it's very easy. If I write oxygen, then hydrogen, water is formed. It's very difficult to interpret. Like it's very, if I'm writing in sun, you can see on the oxygen gives you water. It will be easy to understand and to interpret. Correct. You need a language. In the 4H2 is giving to 2H2O. Correct. 4 hydrogen is going to react with the 2 oxygen molecules. 2 molecules. See, it's very easy. In the knowledge, in 2 molecules, when they combine, they form a water molecule. This is very easy to understand. Correct. What is exactly symbol, students? In chemistry, we use abbreviations for everything. So what symbols for the some element. So for that name for a carbon and hydrogen, let's explore besides the name of element and how are these names decide. See, who decide? IUPAC. IUPAC guys, and applied chemistry. That is very important point. Now, it is an exact knowledge of the name of the different elements and the chemicals. What leads to for the carbon, then nitrogen and hydrogen name or symbol given, culture is going on, correct? So now as we move ahead, we know about the formation of the symbol. For more example, aluminium, Al, are nothing but another name. Now in this example, you can see on the second, whatever the nomenclature, whatever the symbols are given with the use of the two letters, starting two letter or one letter. What is that? Sodium usually start with SO. Potassium has to be started PO and has to be R. Okay. Where this come from? That is the reason. Reason exactly. Also, the Latin name is the name for potassium, Latin for iron. And according to that, so we are changing the symbols. So why we do so? The reason behind is that we want to avoid the confusion between the symbol. This is why the reason behind use the Latin name. So in natrium, so we have put Na. You can so like this is the thing. So what it is for every other person. So that's why it is easy. We don't have used but we can't use the initial letters of the Latin name. So this is how we about the atoms, and we have studied in earlier classes that what the atoms and what are molecules. Nucleus, that's correct. Yes. Okay, so we were talking about the hydrogen atom, and this is the hydrogen atom. One neutron? No, it does not have a neutron. It has a only one proton. Correct. So one proton and one electron. So this is the identity of the hydrogen atom. How it represented? H. So let's see what is the thing further. So as we move ahead to the next slide, we come across that a molecule. So what are the molecules? Molecules are made up of a group of atoms. The atoms are held together by the chemical bonds. For example, H2O is the water molecule. It has two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. That is H2O molecule. Now, what are the common terms of the language of chemistry? So let's also know charge has no charge. And atom number of proton. Atomic number exactly only one proton. But in case of carbon, there are 6 protons are there. Atom number is a okay. So I see that. I'm the number of electron. How comes? Because we know that number of electron, and that's why atomic number are correlated with atomic number is correlated with mass. The sum of the number of proton and neutrons. We are going to talk about the nucleus parts. I mean, we can say proton and neutron. We are now not electron. We are not considering electron right now. In case of atomic, we have calculated atomic mass is wholly electron. It's not an element. It's called its atomic mass, and it is by U. So this is the reason we are comparing atomic mass number, or we are going to calculate only the electron and proton. As we know, number only the atomic is denoted by U, and that atomic number is denoted by Z. For example, atomic mass of is 1.0, but for purpose we can write atomic number is 12, and it's that is the one number. So that's why it's only 12. Okay, so name atomic number 1 is helium. Use number of electron, or we can say whatever the electron present in a not in a last shell. Students, most probably have to talk about number of total electron, not in a last shell. Last shell is called valency. We're going to talk about in later on. Okay, so meanwhile I'm talking some terms. I don't want student make sure to get confused during the lecture, because I just want to make sure right now I'm going to ask you what atom number you're going to talk about only the total number of electrons. Correct. Now as denoted, I mean list of some student. Just want you to have a look on this. Okay, meanwhile I call some atoms and the atomic number which has a so that's all. But the thing for iron is Fe. So this is a question. I ask you, what's that question? Why does the symbol of carbon is carbon? I mean that is C, and why? What is the reason behind it? Okay, this is the first question. Okay, you talk about radiation. Why the calcium as a C? We should have calcium as a C. Why? We have to tell the question. Why? But I the second from the name. One of the so what is pure and applied chemistry? It is international authority which decides the chemical is not correct. Pure and applied chemistry, which is which taken of the all the literature all about that chemistry. So we discuss we about the session. But before identification points which are very important in example, select an atom number. Have you noticed something in this case? Move from hydrogen of from 1 to what is it? From hydrogen, we can number one, only one. In case of helium, 2 electrons possessed by the helium. So this is a series. Okay, this is actually talking about the periodic table, which represents the atomic number, and all that inform why atomic numbers are very important. That is, atomic number is what? That's exactly atom more there are made of parts, electron. Atom is made up of electron, proton, and neutron. The particles are responsible in the case of atom. So when you talk about the atom, proton and neutron how many there in the so we have done that. Now one H2 hydrogen, how much but the property of those atoms form or give and hydrogen is not whenever they combine, say they have an individual property of oxygen as a helping the combustion or enhancing combustion, hydrogen is not into that. To stop combustion, okay. We use what, correct or not? So what I'm going to talk about is that the individual property of atom is different, and when they combine and give rise to the formation molecules form the property. So this is the thing, and that is as we write as element form is very important. This is about the things which students are a white screen which helpful for understanding the what are the elemental form. See, we learn about the atoms, we learn about the atomic number, we learn about the molecule, we learn about the atomic mass, but there is a one confusion, that is elemental form. So let's clear out elemental form. What is the elemental form? See, when you talk about the hydrogen, we are represented as a not H, but we as a represented as a H2 molecule. Now, why this is so? Now, in see, now atom is represented, that hydrogen atom is represented by H, but when you write it in the elemental form, that is written as a H2. What is the elemental form? The natural form. It is present in the nature as thus only. So that is a natural form. It's called as a natural form. Okay, so in case of hydrogen, let's talk about the nitrogen. It is represent as a N2. Oxygen is represented as O2. So this is the difference between the elemental form and their atomic form. So this is you have to understand. Okay. Okay. So let's discuss now what we have learned from this. Okay. So let's talk about again here. So in this session, we have learned about this 4 point, that is meaning of language of chemistry. So when you talk about the language of chemistry, why languages of chemistry is important? Because every language has their abbreviation, correct? Every language has their abbreviations. Okay, so why we need an abbreviation? To interpret the larger information into the smaller information, or you can say it is a time saving. Okay, so what we have learned today about the language of chemistry, then we have learned about the importance of language of chemistry, why we need that. Then symbols used in chemistry, we talk about a symbol. What is a symbol? A representation of a atom. Then representation of molecule also we have learned. Then we learn about the common terms and their meaning. For example, we learn about the atomic number, atomic mass. Represented of atomic number is by Z, atomic mass is by U. So we have learned about this. So what are the outcomes? Understand the chemical reaction. We can now interpret which is molecule, which is atom, what they combining and form. As we discussed, atom is a small part. When they combine, they form what? Molecule. So we now know what is molecule, what is atom. In further lectures, we are actually write the chemical and we can interpret it very well. So this are the objective cover. The next section, what we're going to cover, we'll study in the next section. Okay. So thank you for